I'm zipping the lips.
But no story out of this fellow.
Nope.
Oh, you don't want to play it anymore? You don't play the game anymore?
Well, dead men tell no tales. I had to go through my list of the presidents. That's what I do. I'm like Washington, Jefferson,
Who's next?
Kincaid.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Third Mind Thursday. I'm your host, Chris Cashin, and today we have Jason Underwood and Meg Pierson.
Hello.
Hey.
Improv people, funny people, actors, singers.
I mean, I sing. Jason sings.
I don't sing a whole lot, but I
Maybe
know.
later. He raps really well, though.
He's a
Also,
good freestyler.
Trust me on that.
Also not true. Thank you.
No. I've heard you freestyle.
He's a cool freestyler, yeah.
Yeah. Continue. What are we doing today?
Today, we're going to play a game. And we're going to play, it's called Storytime. And basically what we're going to do is each of us are going to take turns starting to tell a story. And as we're telling that story, the other two are going to start saying different words. So it'd be like cucumber or airplane. And as soon as they say that word, you have to incorporate it into the story.
Okay.
So,
All right.
good times?
Yeah. Who's gonna start?
Gonna do paper, rock, scissors, figure starts?
Okay.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Shoot.
Paper covers paper, and you cut us.
I guess I get to start.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay. Here we go.
So let's give you something to start off your story.
You wanna do that?
Yeah, we'll just give you a location, I guess.
Okay. Go for it.
Fluff Town.
Fluff Town. Okay.
Why?
So I was heading into Fluff Town looking for some cotton candy. And at the same time, I was out of cotton balls.
Badgers.
And a bunch of badgers came up to me and said, "Hey, welcome to Fluff Town. We don't have any cotton candy. We're out of cotton candy, but we do have cotton balls. So let me take you to the local pharmacy." And
Economic depression.
But unfortunately, the problem is that we're kind of poor here. And
Rosacea.
We have an economic depression, and I have rosacea, so we've been using a lot of the cotton balls. You're going to have to share them with each other.
Undiagnosed mental issues.
But the thing is that I have, as I was telling them, I have undiagnosed mental issues.
UTI.
And UTI. And I don't really, the cotton balls need to be sterile. And he said, well, come with me.
UTI.
And we'll take care of your UTI. And we'll use some of these rosacea-filled cotton balls.
On fleek.
And I don't know what that word means.
It can be whatever you want it to be.
That was great.
That was
That's
great.
a good story.
That was fun.
Give it up for Chris Cashin.
Yay!
Thank you. I'm here all week.
Yep.
Every week. All right, well,
All the time.
paper, rock, scissors, see who goes next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2, 3, shoot.
Okay.
You gotta give her a topic.
Yeah.
Recently divorced.
All right. As I was walking down a long dirt road recently, I discovered something important. I was no longer in love with my husband. It had taken me a long time to discover this, but
Kumquat.
perhaps it was the kumquats that brought me to my senses. As I ate one kumquat at a time walking down that lonely dirt road, I thought to myself,
Manhole cover.
maybe I should end this. And then my foot tripped on a manhole cover, and I was suddenly transported down into the sewer system on the long dirt road.
Rat King.
My fall was broken by what can only be described as a rat king. I looked into one pair of his eyes, because as you know...
Pantyhose.
I'm sorry?
Pantyhose.
And I thought to myself, God, I wish I looked better than I do right now for this giant rodent covered in fleas. I wish I was wearing my pantyhose. But unfortunately, I was only wearing Spanx, which helped my case, as the Rat King debated eating me, but then realized that my
Copy
figure was
machine.
on fleek. So he offered me a job as a copy machine assistant. I thought it was a little sexist, but I thought, well, this is better than life with my husband. He was running a small newspaper down there in the sewer.
Butt dial.
And one day, as we were cuddling on the copy machine, I looked at him and I heard a noise. It sounded like a gruff call. It was my husband. I had butt dialed him when one of the Rat King's many hands
Mrs. Pac-Man.
reached out and caressed me.
What were the hands doing?
They were reaching out and caressing me. Normally, I'm into men with no arms. Kind of a Mrs. Pac-Man type of thing. I thought to myself, all I want to do is be gobbled up and gobble a ghost myself.
T-Rex Howl from Jurassic Park.
Suddenly, a low moan came from... It was a moan of despair, and it came from the phone. I managed to untangle myself from the Rat King, who was busy with himself, as Rat Kings unfortunately often... They get very confused as to who is what. I picked up the phone and I heard a roar.
Ninja Turtle.
And I thought to myself, could it be the husband that I thought that I didn't love anymore? And I said, hey, cowabunga. I miss you.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Very nice, man. Very nice.
Let's do a story title that hasn't been invented yet.
All right.
Okay.
The rabbit is not decent.
One day, a magician was preparing for his show that he had that night, and he had all of his different tricks and
Airplanes.
magic paraphernalia, and he realized that he'd left one of his tricks on the airplane. It was in the belly of the plane, and he knew from his ticket
Hippopotamus.
that plane was headed towards the Serengeti, where hippos live. And he knew if his trick
Motorboating.
made it to the Serengeti, where hippos live, and it got loose. I don't mean to be coy. His trick
A
was
filthy bib.
his trick was his rabbit. And if a hippo sees a rabbit, it's just gonna make the rabbit motorboat it. It's gonna pick the rabbit up with his flat hands and blah 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 blah, like that kind of thing.
Baptism.
I missed one. What was it? What was the other one?
A filthy bib.
Oh, and he won't use a filthy bib to keep wanting to say something else. Motorboat, because that's just gonna get in the way of the motorboating. And I'm way behind. I'm off one. What happened?
Blueberries.
Just keep going.
So the magician. No, I got it, Chris. I'm on track, Christopher. So the magician was like, I gotta invent a trick right now. So he's like, what's on the table? And he found paper, pencils,
Hairy Pinky.
blueberries. And he's like, I'm gonna do the hairy pinky trick.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is a trick I learned. I read about
Saddlebags.
when I was in magician school. His professor was like, one trick that's not ever been done is the hairy pinky. And if you can do it, if you fail at it, you'll immediately get saddlebags. Because magic can bite you. So he's
Spanking.
like, it's my only option. So he whipped together blueberries and he took a knife and he took his pens and pencils.
And Frank.
And he and he started just spanking himself with the knife because he just felt bad. Oh, this is going off the rails. Point is, that rabbit in the belly of the plane was never found and never motorboated by any hippo. Just like Anne Frank.
The end. Very nice. Well, thanks so much, guys. I appreciate you doing story time with us today. If you like this video, give us a big thumbs up. Also, subscribe to our channel. You can follow me at Chris Cashin on Twitter. And you can also follow these guys. They're doing Alchemy Comedy Improv at Coffee Underground.
Every Friday and Saturday,
Every Friday,
7:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And you can find more information at alchemycomedy.com.
Awesome.
And I'm also Laughing Stock every second Saturday at 10:30.
And Bearded Ones podcast too, right?
Yes, a weekly podcast called The Bearded Ones.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much, guys. Be sure to stick with us, and we'll see you next week. Later.
3, 2,
Okay.
1.
What's up, everybody? Here we go again.
Oh, he's gonna throw up. Ladle?
Ladle?